Hey, my name's Ayoka and welcome back to my podcast. Make sure you go follow my Instagram for updates, behind the scenes, and clips of episodes before I release them and all of that. And yeah, let's get on with it. Don't mind your business, mind my podcast, Mindelixir. So, for this episode, I've decided to talk about internalized misogyny. And the thing that made me want to talk about this in this episode, it was really, I saw this post about how the bruh girl and what is that little cute face? I just call it the puppy dog eye emoji, but I think it's really called the pleading emoji or whatever. So, yeah, that's kind of what made me want to do this. And I will be posting about that on my Instagram too. So basically, internalized misogyny, I think it's basically just how a woman, she puts down other women through stereotypes, or she basically, actually, let me put it this way. It's basically a form of sexism against women from other women. And I feel as if it can manifest in ways such as putting down or shaming other women, or whenever someone believes that some things that are feminine are lesser, or like, those kind of sexist attitudes like that, and it's from a woman to another woman or within herself. And I think probably the reason that these sort of attitudes arise is because of the fact that some people, they believe that more feminine things that are associated with women are weaker. And I guess it's a way of dealing with the oppression. Not that women in America, I don't feel as if they're as oppressed as they used to be, at least, but I feel like it is a result of men's misogyny and the societal and cultural attitudes towards being feminine and or being a woman, because like being a woman, or like a feminine woman, is portrayed as being shallow or unintelligent, and I guess people want to reject that by saying I'm not like other girls. Basically, how usually many of the things that people associate with girls may be made fun of, so a woman may try to reject those standards or ideals, but in doing so, at the same time, she might be putting down other women and girls. So that's why it can be harmful, I think. And I feel like one of the main phenomenons, or the main occurrences of this, is the not like other girl type of trend or trope thing. I know you've all seen this, but if you haven't, it's basically, it'll be in some sort of meme format. It'll say, other girls, they go party, they have boyfriends, they're so pretty, they wear makeup. Me, I play video games all day, I eat pizza, I do this. And the reason that can be kind of harmful is because what is wrong with being like other girls? And the way that they portray it is in a negative light, and I don't think that's that great to do, because, I guess in a way, they're trying to say that they're more unique or whatever, and let go of like toxic standards or something like that. And I guess I do understand, because many times feminine things were seen as degrading. Like, you notice how it's more common for like a girl to, it's more more accepted in the society for a girl to be masculine, but not as much for a boy to be feminine. And I feel like that's because people think that if you're feminine, that means you're like weak and shallow and unintelligent or something like that. And even like some modern day feminists, some self-proclaimed modern day feminists, they're actually promoting or perpetuating the idea of this internalized misogyny. They actually bear it within themselves and they don't even realize it. It's just like subconsciously within them. And I feel like that probably has a huge direct impact on that too, because while they're still trying to claim to be a feminist, they're putting down a gender for doing specific things, if that makes sense, I guess. I feel like this recurring idea just keeps coming back of how girls have to be one or the other. First, it was the not like other girls sort of thing. The one is pretty, beautiful, unintelligent, and the other one plays video games, sleeps all day, eats pizza, or something like that. And I haven't really seen any not other girl stuff unless it's like an exaggeration, or they're doing it in an ironic sort of way. I mean, I actually saw this one funny one. It said, "You're in his DMs while I'm in his room trying on all his clothes in attempts to emulate his persona and steal his entire identity." And that was quite funny. It was kind of like a caricature of that. But at the same time, some of the caricatures or the exaggerations, more ironic takes on the not other girl sort of trend, some of them were kind of harmful. So, and then also there's this tomboy versus girly girl thing. I always didn't never really like that because, like, why does it just have to be one or the other? It's always enforcing this binary sort of idea that girls just have to be. It's this recurring stereotype that just comes back in different forms. First it was not like other girls and this, or not like other girls versus me, tomboy versus girly girl, which I never really liked that because why can't someone wear pink while, I don't know, playing sports or something like that? It doesn't just have to be one or the other. And really in general, I don't like one or the other things, like introvert or extrovert, like I said, but I said this in one of my earlier episodes where I talked about myself, how I'm not really an introvert nor an extrovert. I'm a little bit of both. So, yeah. And then also the thing about, it seems, and then also the bruh girl versus the cute or high or, not high, the bruh girl versus the cutie girl. You know that little emoji with the puppy dog eyes? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure the exact name for it, but that's just what I'm trying to say. That girl versus that girl. That one is more recent. It's on TikTok, and I feel like it's just reinforcing those standards yet again. This thing just keeps coming back, the one or the other, the tomboy or girly girl, not like other girls versus me, and all of that. And the bruh girl is portrayed. If you don't know, I think the bruh girl, it took off on TikTok probably because that's where a lot of trends start. That's what I feel like, at least. And the bruh girl is basically like rough and tough. The cute emoji, puppy dog eye emoji girl. She's more soft girl and all sparkly and butterflies and pretty and stuff like that. Well, hold up. Well, both of them are pretty, but girly girl, tomboy. That's basically just it, just in another form. And it just annoys me so much how this sort of thing keeps coming back. And I wouldn't say this recurring binary stereotype for girls is necessarily a result of internalized misogyny, but I do feel like they have a correlation. And then, of course, there's also the being basic versus quirky type girl thing, where being basic girls, they wear their white Vans and hoodie and Starbucks, and then quirky. And I feel like, so something I've noticed is that both the basic girl and the quirky girl, they both get made fun of, which is kind of odd. It seems like either way, no matter what you do, society, they make fun of you for it, which is kind of like, what? And I feel like the stereotype for being a basic girl was just made up. It was literally just made up to shame people for being like other girls or something like that. And then And then people also get shamed for being quirky, which I have to say I have slightly partaken in that. Not necessarily shaming people, but prodding fun at it for that quirky stereotype. But it is true that it seems like everyone always wants to just categorize people, girls, like in a box, like it's either tomboy, girly girl, basic, quirky, all of that. I know I said that a lot, but it is true. That's what it seems to be. And also I noticed that it seemed like a lot of girls, they went through this phase of not liking the color pink. I mean, I didn't personally I didn't go through that because like purple was always my favorite color. There weren't really any colors that I disliked other than orange, of course. Orange is just like so bright, but yellow is nice, but orange is no. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, a lot of girls went through. It seemed as if a lot of other girls, they went through this phase of hating pink, and I feel like that is because things that were usually associated with girls that it seemed as if girls usually liked in our society were seen as like weak or shallow, and then things that boys liked, those seemed like people labeled those as cool, I guess. So I feel like that's probably why it seemed as if a bunch of other people went through a phase of hating the color pink. But also now I feel like the word girly girl or the term girly girl, it isn't really defined to like just a small set of standards, and it has a more positive connotation too. So that's great. And I don't understand why that the not like other girls thing, it hasn't really been that big recently, I guess. Sort of people have rebelled against it. And I feel like the not like other girl thing is stemmed from somebody wanting to say that they're so unique, or like they wanted to be outside the box. But being like other girls isn't bad, which is actually why I liked that I don't know her name. It's like Haley or something. That song Most Girls, because it was saying stuff like most girls are smart and pretty and beautiful, instead of the stereotype that being a girl means being like other girls means you're shallow and all of that. So that's why I really liked her song too. And instead, and I feel like I keep on saying this a lot. I know I'm repeating myself, but the not like other girls sort of thing, in their effort for uniqueness, they're just putting down other people. And that's, either way, that's not okay. Which kind of reminds me of that pick me girls. Like, whenever a girl shames another girl for no reason, basically, or for male attention, I feel like that is also kind of ties in with internalized misogyny. Whenever you put down other women and girls, some girls will say, what was it? Oh, yes. I saw this one girl on a TikTok. She was like, dishwasher has the word her in it, so women belong in the kitchen. Like, what? What is the purpose? Or whenever someone shames a woman for wearing makeup, another girl shames a woman for wearing makeup, it's like, what? No, that's not cool. And even, like I said before, some so-called feminists may do that. And that's not very feminist of them. I think that, I believe that a reason that some feminists may do that is because they believe that to be a powerful woman, you have to let go of anything girly or feminine. And that's how you have to be an empowered feminist. But really, feminism isn't about putting down others, and it doesn't even matter the gender. So, yeah. Some feminists, they may believe that they're breaking down toxic standards, but really, they're going about it the wrong way by enforcing internalized misogyny. But I think most feminists these days don't perpetuate internalized misogyny. At least the ones I know, at least. And yeah, I just think people, they should stop trying to Stop just trying to define people to these cliches, because the girls were more complex than that, I guess. Like over these oversimplified cliches and stereotypes. And instead of competing with each other and putting down other women, we should try to uplift each other. Of course, uplift each other, uplift everyone. Yeah. That pretty much wraps it up for today's episode. Thank you for listening, and I'd just like to say I'm not a professional or an expert on this subject matter, so if there's anything that you may have thought is wrong, that's probably why. So yeah, bye.